is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going to check out the video. What is good, YouTube? Another trade has happened. I'm here to cover it. Alec Burks is getting moved again. One of the players I felt I liked a lot, and it's kind of sad to see him move again in the same couple months that he just got traded to the Cavs. The Houston Rockets have agreed to acquire Iman Shumpert in a three-team trade with the Sacramento Kings and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Sacramento will acquire Alec Burks as a part of the deal. The Cavaliers will receive the contract of Brandon Knight, Marquise Chris, and a lottery-protected first-round pick in 2019. And obviously, the Cavaliers really don't care about taking back those contracts of Brandon Knight and Marquise Chris. Want to know why? Because they wanted the first round pick and they had to eat some salary up in a roster space, which I said they was going to do for the rest of this year and next year, just to get a first round pick and another swing at a superstar to pair with Colin Sexton and Thon McCarr. If they want to keep him and feel like he's going to be a big part of their future, then this is a good trade for them. Alec Burks is a veteran, a guy that just trying to win. And that's just my personal opinion. But he's just a guy that's just trying to win. He goes and plays hard. He can get to the paint at will sometimes. The only thing that really hurt it and derailed his career was the fact that he always got injured. And other than injuries, the guy, when he does play, is a solid ball handler, not the best passer, but he can make passes. He can play in the pick and roll, and with the right teams, he can make good decisions depending on who's around him and what type of system and type of players they have in the pick and roll. But the guy can score, he can play, and he is not like he's just a guy that you're just going to get rid of. He's a guy that can actually contribute and give you valuable minutes. Um, Obviously, Brandon Knight, Marquise Chris is the highlight of the Cavaliers side outside of the 19 pick, which is good. I don't have a problem with Brandon Knight, but when you see him play, he has lost it. The guy has been beat up, battered, bruising, and towed the fuck up. And he already got embarrassed by Kyrie before the injuries, so that doesn't help the case. This was a guy I was rooting for. I really wanted him to turn his career around and really do well. Remember, he was at a point where he was at an all-star level with the Bucks. Some people even felt like he should have been an all-star that season, and obviously he ended up getting traded for Michael Carter-Williams. And when he went to Phoenix, he just kept getting beat up, toe up, and couldn't even really play. So he couldn't really earn his play up to his contract, and he really couldn't showcase his talent because he was doing recovery and majority of those seasons, and they really wanted to give him an opportunity to shine. They really wanted to give him a chance to really showcase his talent. He just could not stay healthy, and obviously going to the Rockets, I knew he wasn't going to stay there that long because they're focusing on winning it all. And Brandon Knight, he can be a solid backup, but he just hasn't. He lost it. The guy is in his head at this point. He plays nowhere near the same, and I don't expect him to. That's why I'm not going to be as hard on him as other people, because what do you expect from a guy that has major injuries the last couple years? Not just one, but multiple. Um, Especially for a guy that's athletic and rely a lot on creating space to get his jump shot and get to the paint. But he's shown that he could play. He's shown that he's an NBA caliber player. Hopefully he can get back to the NBA after this, because they might waive him or might just keep his contract for one more year, then just let him become an aspiring contract. And you might see him get traded around a little bit more. But his days as a starter might be over. Same with Marquise Chris. He's a guy that has a lot of young potential. He was obviously a lottery pick, top 10 pick to be exact, by Phoenix, who just made a trade today. And he was a guy that was supposed to be able to protect the rim, give you floor spacing and solid rebounding. He has lived up to none of those things. He is a terrible defender. He's not a great outside shooter. And he's not a great defender he's not really great at anything at this point. He's a waste of talent. The guy has the body, he has the athleticism, to be whatever he wants to be. He just hasn't panned out no matter what team he played. Phoenix believed in him. They kept trying to find ways to use him, whether it was coming off the bench or playing with him and Bender or even playing with a rim protector and have him there. He just can't make nothing. The guy can't shoot to save his life. And he has no post up moves. He has no go to moves. He has nothing. And that's the thing that derailed his career is the fact that he has the potential, he has the body, he has the athleticism. He just don't have the talent to go with it. And he basically robbed Phoenix, and that's just the reality of it. For him to get all those rookie contracts and he's still on it to really give you nothing really, but hope that he can turn out to something. Other than that, the guy is not good. But I felt like he could be a solid player, but I was never fully on the bandwagon. I respected him coming out the draft, but he has been a bust. He is what a bust is. And if he can't turn it around, that's what we're going to remember him for. But he still is young. And with the right coach and the right team, he probably could figure it out. You can't just give up on him because he's not even 25 yet. So he still can turn it around, but it looks like it's going in the wrong direction. And teams are starting to try him out and starting to figure out that the guy might not have it in his heart. He might not want to be great. He might not push himself hard enough, or he just don't have it. And that's what he's going to face after this rookie contract is people that's going to give him 10 days, people that's going to let him play in the G League, but he might not get major minutes in the NBA no more after Phoenix gave up on him. And that's the reality of Marquise Chris right now. Iman Shumpert, I like Iman Shumpert. I always felt like he was a solid player. He was another guy that got hit up by injuries. He never was a terrible player. He was a good teammate. He was a guy that people liked it to be around, and I still feel like that because it seemed like even when he was with the Kings, they liked it being around him and they liked it playing with him. And he's a guy that has been in the finals multiple times. He has been on playoff caliber teams and on rebuilding teams. So he's seen both necks of the wood. And obviously he's shooting decently from three. In 26 minutes, he's shooting 36% from three. Never really been a great shot creator in his whole entire career. He had potential of that, but he never really was able to really pull it all together. But he's a solid defender, which we know. He's a solid playmaker. He's a team player. He buys into team concepts, and he plays good when he has a specific role. And I think that Houston only gonna need him for so much because when you have Chris Paul, James Harden, and Clint Capella, you don't really need him to be great. You don't really need him to be this game-changing player when you already have your nucleus, your core, and your system with Mike D'Antoni. Now, I feel like I rather have Iman Shumpert than Marquise Chris and Brandon Knight. So when you look at this trade, you get rid of two players that can't really even play at all, and you get a person that can actually contribute while you're still chasing the chance to knock off the Warriors with James Harden having his best season of his career. And that's what it all boils down to me, is getting rid of two guys that you felt like could possibly be difference makers in the right system, and it didn't really pan out, and basically replacing them with a guy that has played in playoff games, played in big series, played in the NBA Finals, and have guarded and played against some of the best players and played with some of the best players. And he gets a chance to do that again, going to a championship contender in the Houston Rockets. And I feel like he's going to be a good fit. He's going to be able to guard the points. He's going to be able to guard the twos, and he might even be able to guard some threes, depending on what the situation and what the lineups is. And I feel at the end of the day, that's something that he has always been able to bring to the team is versatility. And he's a guy that can also play the point because he can play off the ball and shoot threes and hit some mid ranges every once in a while. And that's something that the Rockets do need. They need some players that give James Harden a break and give him some rest. Plus, they need to make sure they keep Chris Paul healthy so he can play well in the playoffs when they need him most. And hopefully, they can get a chance to play the Warriors again, whether it's in the first, second, or even the Western Conference Finals. So I look at it like that. Houston get rid of two players to get a player that can actually contribute and actually play on teams that have won. And they get two players that haven't really done anything for them this whole entire year and replace them with a player that can. So let me know what you guys think. Check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description in the comment section below. Check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description, comment section below. Also check out my Spreadshirt. It will be in the description in the comment section below. Like on Facebook to show support. Thanks for everybody that liked on Facebook. Thanks for liking the videos. Also check out my older videos. I do Summer League, NBA Draft, Season Preview. I also do breakdowns, and also I do buyout hot topics like trades, and also cover free agency. So I bring it all to the table. I try to make as many videos as I can for you guys, as much as I can. And this is a busy day because it is the trade deadline. So I had to give you some videos at night because I had to go to work. So after that, I enjoy making these videos. You gotta enjoy watching Quinn Wade basketball analysis. I'm gone, and let me know how you guys feel about this trade in the comment section below.